Heyo! Last night I had a dream that was mildly uncomfortable, and when I woke up I was really kind of annoyed. It took the premise of that movie Groundhog Day and that episode of Supernatural called Mystery Spot in Season 2, and it made this dream I had really no fun at all. It started out I was third-wheeling this date with a couple that I don't really know where I've seen them before, but they looked like Dill Howelter and Tabitha Casper from danisnotonfire's Sim series, so that was kind of weird in and of itself. And we were at this super fancy restaurant, and this couple is obviously very close to each other because they're like cuddling and holding hands and giggling and being all cute, while I'm sitting off to the side like, ugh. So we have this nice fancy meal that kind of goes really quickly, and when we get to the end, this red button pops up on the table. And the guy of this couple goes, "Oh, we didn't do tonight right. Let's start it over again." And he smashes the button. And suddenly, we're at the start of the evening again. Which, you know, wouldn't sound too bad, except this couple couldn't remember that we'd already had this fancy dinner date, so they were back at the very beginning with no memory of it. On the other hand, I could remember, so I have to go through everything all over again, including all the cutesy-tootsy crap while I am third-wheeling so hard it's like I'm not even there. And the couple is just going, "Oh, you're so cute, I love you so much." And we get to the end of the meal, once again. And, once again, the young man of this couple decides that we didn't do the meal correctly and hits the button. This happens 5 or 6 times, while I am the only one who remembers that we have had this same meal 5 or 6 times at this point. I can't really remember how many times because I was just sitting there like, when is this going to be over? And it was torture. I mean, normally I'm a very supportive person who, when my friends are in relationships, I'm like, "Oh yes, be happy." But with this couple, it was just borderline uncomfortable to be on this third wheel date with them, because they are so intensely, constantly close to each other. It's like they're going to become one person. And normally I'm not exactly grossed out by people expressing their fondness for each other, unless it's like really in public, then it's just kind of awkward. But this couple was almost too much for me to handle. So I spend the evening super annoyed, and we just keep repeating it. And it is awful. The dinner is the exact same every single time, and by the end of it, I was about ready to like flip the table over. So you can imagine how grateful I was when I finally woke up, and it was all finished. I don't have to go back to that super fancy restaurant, third wheeling a couple that are on a quite romantic date, and I have no idea why I was even invited in the first place. Yeah. I hope I don't have to do that ever again. Specifically with the Groundhog Day part where it just keeps coming over and over and over again. And I'm the only one who can remember it because that was really annoying. I guess if there was a moral to this dream story, it's don't third wheel on dates because it's super awkward, and don't hit big red buttons that you see in restaurants. If you enjoyed this video and you want to partake in my dream circle in the future, then you can hit the red button somewhere below. That will let you subscribe to my channel and be told when I make a new one. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Tumblr, there are links for you to do that down in the description. And I hope you guys all have a really awesome day, week, month, year, and all that. See you later, dreamers!